The Adventure of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Longman Simplified English Series. Read by Sirinthip Pengprasittipong. Chapter 27. Saved. Tuesday afternoon came. The village of St. Petersburg still mourned. Public prayers had been said for a lost children. Most of churches had given up the text and had gone back to their daily work, saying that it was plain that the children could never be found. Mrs. Thatcher was very ill, and most of the time her mind was wandering. People said that it was her begging, hear her call her child and see her raise her head and listen. Aunt Polly's grey hair had grown almost white. The village went sadly to its rest on Tuesday night. In the middle of the night, a wild burst of ringing broke from the village bells, and in a moment the street was swarming with excited, half-dead people whistled, "Get up! Get up! They are found! They are found!" The beating of tin pans and the blowing of horns added to the uproar. The crowd moved towards the river, met the children coming and open carrying down by shooting villagers gathered round it. John it homewards, marched and swept going surely up the main street, cheering merrily. The village was lit up. Nobody went to bed again. It was her greatest night the little town had ever seen. During the first half hour, and procession of villagers made their way one by one to Judith Thatcher's house, seized the safe one, and kissed them, shook Mrs. Thatcher's hand and wandered out, ranking tears all over the bed. Aunt Polly's happiness was complete, and Mrs. Thatcher nearly so. It would be complete as soon as the messenger sent to the cave with the great news reached her husband. Tom lay on couch with an eager audience about him and told the history of wonderful adventure, closing with a description of their escape. He followed two passages as far as his kind string would read. He followed a third to the end of the string and was about to turn back, when he caught sight of far-off glimmer that looked like daylight. He crawled toward it, passed his head and shoulder through a small hole, and saw a big Mississippi rolling by. And if it had happened to be night, he could not have seen the glimmer of daylight and would not have explored the passage and farther. He told how he went back, broke the gold news to Becky, and managed to convince her. She almost died of joy to see the daylight. They passed their way out and sat and cried with gladness. Some men came along in a boat and did not believe Tom White less afraid, because they said, "You are fine mine, down the river below the village where cave is." The boatman rowed them to a house, gave them supper, made them rest till 2 or 3 hours after dark, and then brought them home. Before daylight, Judith Thatcher and a handful of Caesars with him were informed of the great news. The effect of 3 days at night of exhaustion and hunger could not be shaken off at once, as Tom and Becky soon recovered. They had to stay in bed on Wednesday and Thursday. Tom was nearly as strong as ever by Saturday, but Becky did not leave her room until Sunday, and then she looked as if he had a long illness. Tom learned of Huck's sickness and went to see him. The window dog stayed by to see that no exciting subject was mentioned to the patient, and Tom was told the Cardiff Hill, Alpha, and that's the luck. Man's body has been found in the river near in the ferry landing. Perhaps he had been drowned while trying to escape. A fortnight later, when Tom called the Judith Thatcher to see Becky, the Judith and some friends made Tom talk. Someone asked him jokingly if he would like to go to the cave again. Tom said that he would not mind. Well, I'm not less dumb that there are authors like you, Tom, said the Judith. But we prevent that nobody will get lost in that cave again. Why? Because 2 weeks ago, I had its big door strengthened and lock put on it, and I got the keys. Tom turned white as a sheet. Oh, Judith, let's get Joe in the cave.